Hello, I am Jomar of Malon, and welcome to our program, The Heartlines. And today, I want to share a story that is very close to home. Every day, walking outside the gates of the University of Southern Mindanao, I see them, the beggars. Marami sa kanila ay mula sa Bajau community. At first, I felt nothing but pity. Kapag may extra akong barya, binibigay ko. It felt good, simple, and kind. Pero habang tumatagal, iba na yung pakiramdam. One time, habang naglalakad ako galing terminal papunta sa school, a group of Bajau children surrounded me. Hinawakan nila yung bag ko, may kumalabit sa braso ko, at sabay-sabay nag-abot ng kamay, humihingi ng pera. I froze. Kinabahan ako. So I just walked faster, silent, unsure, and scared. Kinagabihan, I kept thinking why I was so afraid. They were just kids, di ba? But the way they acted, parang invasive. Parang wala akong control. I learned later na hindi lang pala ako yung naka-experience ito. Some of classmates shared their stories too. May sinigawan, may sinundan, may pinagtatawanan pa raw. Nakaka-stress, nakakatakot minsan. But more than anything, it made me curious. Bakit sila nandyan? Bakit sila namamalimos? I asked a social worker and she explained. Ang sabi, many of them, especially the Bajaus, have no homes, no jobs. Umalis sila sa lugar nila dahil sa gutom, gulo, o kawalan ng oportunidad. Marami sa kanila, wala ring birth certificate or ID. Kaya, hindi matulungan ng gobyerno. When I heard that, my heart sank. So, this is bigger than I thought. Hindi ito simpleng batang makulit. This is a system failing its people. Pero kahit na naiintindihan ko na ang pinagdaanan nila, I still felt uneasy kapag nilalapitan nila ako. And maybe, that's okay. Hindi natin kailangang i-deny ang fear, but we can let empathy grow beside it. This is not just a personal issue, it's a social issue. The Bajaus are one of the most marginalized communities in our country. Madalas silang ma-judge, iwasan, or worse, apihin. That pushes them further away from opportunities, school, trabaho, o kahit na maging dignidad. At dahil dito, ang pamamalimos ang nagiging way nila to survive. Pero minsan, the way they ask feels forceful. Diyan nagkakaroon ng tension between wanting to help and wanting to feel safe. As students, gusto lang namin makapasok sa school ng payapa. Gusto rin namin tumulong. Pero how? Giving money every time is not sustainable. Pero ignoring them also feels wrong. Kaya siguro, we need to look at real solutions. Maybe, our government can create programs para sa kanila. I heard na magaling naman sila sa iba't ibang larangan. Weaving, music, at cultural performances. Why not give them a space for that, di ba? Maybe, our school can teach students about responsible giving, hindi lang sa barya, kundi sa time, ideas, and action. And maybe, just maybe, we can start talking about these things openly. Walang hiya-hiya, walang takot. Let us create kind but firm rules for everyone's safety. Kung may aggressiveness, dapat may taong marunong humarap dito like barangay officials, school guards, or volunteers. At higit sa lahat, let us listen. Makinig tayo sa kwento nila. Dahil behind every pahingi po, may kwentong paghihirap, pangarap, at pag-asa. I believe that we as students, as a member of society, can be part of the solution. Maliit man na hakbang, isang bukas na puso, isang tapat na usapan, ay malaking tulong na. We do not need to solve poverty overnight, but we can choose to care, to act, and to treat each other with respect. Ako, bilang estudyante ng USM, gusto kong makatulong. Gusto kong maging bahagi ng pagbabago sa tulong ng bawat isa. I believe we can build a community where students and Badyaos alike can live with dignity and peace. Thank you for listening to Heartlines. If you have your own story or thoughts about this, share it with us. Let's keep the conversation going. Ako, si Jomar of Malon, and this was my heart story. Hanggang sa muli, ingat, mahal, at respeto para sa lahat.